The only thing that is left in the Green Forest is this hidden area. So I've done the basic marching through, and I will need to defeat at least 2 out of the 3, preferably all 3. Let's see the... Ooh, we only have 7 champions in total and we need to select 5. Okay, this time we got lucky with at least having a speed lead, at least having some sort of champions that are somewhat useful. But I don't have... Or wait a minute, I do have some redraw tokens. How interesting is that? Let's start with the first fight. So we're supposed to win this. I don't know if we will. And it's not easy with this team. But we'll have to win this. And then we'll figure out what those question marks hold. So that's why I'm here. I think automatic is still fine. I mean, I'm on level 29 already. What can go wrong? There is stunning, there is healing, all the curios, everything. So this is supposed to be a piece of cake in theory. Oh, is that Arbiter in the center? Let's see. Yeah, an Arbiter. Not bad. Now, in these cases, I can just do manual because of the reason that I don't want to use the A2s, A3s. It just doesn't make any sense. Let me kill the Arbiter first. Oh, this champion is crazy in terms of... You can see that. Okay, we can continue on auto. Because, you know, sometimes when you record videos like this one, it doesn't always work in a way that, oh, you're in a prime state at the moment. I still have the consciousness to select an Arbiter-like figure in the center, just in case there were some plans of reviving another champion, which is something I would not want. So far it seems like that even with these legendary champions I'm kind of invincible, but there is some extra healing and also some really uncomfortable buffs, so it's gonna take a bit longer than I expected originally. But it's fine. I have some damage dealers, for example, Alice, so that's at least working. Plus also the stunning Fury. That's also good. Oh, this Green Forest. I don't know what players will do in a year. In half a year, but if it's gonna be the same Green Forest, it's a bit too much. I mean, 30 movements in total, that's quite a lot. Every single day as long as you have movement. And you know what's worst? If your account is not strong enough to defeat Green Forest hard, sooner or later, and I would say rather sooner, you will run out of possible movement points. And you know what this means, right? This means that you won't be able to complete all the advanced missions, which means that you're gonna get less energy. We will survive it somehow, so your pace is your pace, so it doesn't have to be faster, it doesn't have to be slower. Up to you what pace you use, and it's fine to skip some missions. But I think because of the Green Forest you will be forced to skip a couple of missions, at least until your account is gonna be strong enough. Oh, we also have a tough situation, there you go, not anymore. And there is a boss. Okay, I have no idea what the strategy is supposed to be. Whether to target the main boss, whether to target the small units first. We will see. And whether I'm gonna survive this at all. Because it's possible that it's not survivable with this team. Unlikely, but possible. Oh, true fear. At least it's working. Also, heal reduction is working, so I have no idea if any champions are healing the main one. It's always difficult to know in advance, because there are so many champions involved, right? And because you have so many champions, it's hard to keep track of every single skill and everything else. Okay, it seems like that we're winning. see the opponent champions. Oh, another arbiter. Yeah, thought so. So this is when you get the answer, always take the arbiter down. Except when you just target the main champion, because if you target the main boss and the main boss falls, the battle is over and the small champions just don't matter. And I don't even know what to do once I get some bad champions, because I only have 7 in total. Or I can only pull 7 out of 20. And if it's a bad pull, I'm toast. But at least I have 2 pulls, I think. Because there are 2 more opponents. Okay, 5 minutes in already. But it's gonna be over quite soon. Oh, this champion has so much HP, or either HP or defense, or both. Final. Now just the final boss is supposed to disappear within a minute. It's time. One thing that I would like Raid to do and consider sooner or later, a 3x or even a 5x. This 2x is so pathetic. I know they do the necessary minimum. And as long as they can get away with it, they continue with 2x speed, but it's so counterproductive. Back to main menu. Speed, ignore defense critical damage, or attack, ignore defense critical damage. So 5 speed or 20% attack. I think I'll take the 20% attack. So there was the question mark. It looks like another battle. This opponent is tough. I still do the drawing. That's an issue. A serious issue. With Marius and all these champions. That's a tough one. I think even this one is easier if we got a better pool. Now this pool is surprisingly okay. This is not an arena, so no thank you. Oh, we have Shayak. Okay. But Shayak is alone, and Akantum is actually not bad. I don't have much of a choice. Okay. And then we have the third champion. This one, where we can also pool. And this time we have 7 again. I mean, this is not the worst pool of my life. And we can choose between these two. I will choose Kaden for now. Although Ugo is not bad either. For this purpose. Let's get going. I think as long as Alas is with me, I'm fine. The one and only mythical that I've pulled in a year. Now I know that there is Mikage, And there is another mythical that I'm gonna get quite soon. But to pull a mythical, I mean, don't even try if you don't have a 2x. You need that 1% instead of 0.5. What I don't know is this something meaningful that we can clear? Because if it's just 3 to 5 bosses, what's the point? I know currencies at the end. You don't need the XP much, at least in the last battle. Hope it's faster. I mean, significantly faster. Not just a bit. But already 2x speed and it's going for 1.5 minutes already. Oh. And Akantum was already dead once. But you know, Kaden can revive. And Kaden has a lot of health. And Akantum is dead again. Okay, no wonder why Alas is the main champion here. Can heal, he can do a lot of things. But that was a mistake most likely. Especially against one opponent. Okay, I'll do this in manual. Good. At least we have Akantum back. So, last wave. Once again, I have no idea what makes sense, but at one point in time I might need to heal. Okay, looks like I'm toast. So these missions are not the easiest ones, and it seems like that Alas is not a solution. And this means that I might need to wait another month until I can fully clear the Green Forest. So let's go back to the map and let's see. So this is out of reach. Seeing the opponents, this may very well be out of reach. I mean, I can try. With revival or without revival. This main boss is gonna be difficult. Now, I'd rather bring a legendary. And then it's with revival. I could bring Ugo as well in the other fight, but what would change? Not much. Or I could run Alas as the Aura champion with the extra 35% defense. That could work, but no other champions are defense based. Only Alas, and I'm not using Alas as the main damage dealer. I'm using Alas as a invincibility provider and a healer. And he deals damage too, but not that much. Okay. Still in the field. And I think I'm not gonna waste any more A2s and A3s. We're fine. And you know where the problems will lie? On the third wave. Okay, wave 1 is clear. wave 2 now. This is gonna be a bit difficult because Sun Wukong is gonna revive. But actually it's not difficult, I can handle it without problems. It's just don't start demolishing Sun Wukong because he's gonna come back like 10 times in that case. Good, one champion is gone. We just need 4 more. And also make Sun Wukong the last. Yeah, that's an issue. Let's do manual. This time I'll try to demolish the middle champion. This may be my only chance. Yeah, that's the issue. That's what I was worried about. One of the main damage dealers are gone. But we're healing, so who knows? These rats. So, I'm not too hopeful at the moment. I guess you understand why. And this may very well be a see you in a month moment, because I tried both places on the side. I may be able to try the middle one just to see what is still left on the left. Pun intended. But I think it's a long shot, it's not gonna work. We have a very small chance of having an unkillable team, and the way for this is Michelangelo is an immortal here and regeneration here, I think. And in the unlikely case that everyone targets only Michelangelo and no one else, and he's gonna survive the hit, but no, because of poison, so now it's hopeless. Okay, so this top area is hopeless for a 1-year-old account that is not top-notch in terms of being a top-notch 1-year-old account. And then the only chance is this one. Now we have Alaz, we have Shayak. I can bring Akantum or Coldheart. I will bring Coldheart this time in case there was some heal reduction, that would work. And Akantum doesn't make much of a difference. And remember, these are void champions mainly, except for the mythical. Well, the mythical is quite problematic. But red against red is fine. So I'm intrigued. I don't know how far I'm gonna go. Third wave is gonna be reachable most likely. No debuffs, nothing. And that's where the problems lie. We all get frozen. And then we all die. So I think these are the extra challenges. They are not even worth continuing at this stage. Yeah, even Alaz's extra attack is not enough. Now, revival is fine. But I think it's not gonna be enough. There's too much healing, too much synergy, too much everything. Okay, we're gonna end this. And that's the top area. So we couldn't check out the left hand side. That would have been the last one. And I think this is just a bonus session. Let's see the rankings. Did anyone clear this? Yeah, a few, or at least one person managed to clear this. In half the turns than what I did. Which means it's good for them, so this other player might have a somewhat better account or somewhat older account. Alright, this is the top area of the Green Forest. It's not easy. I might need to plan and change gear, or I might just keep this as it is and come back in a few months and I'll clear it. We'll see which one makes more sense. See you in the next video.